Weezy, Foxy plus Warren, boy like a Ramsey, now that's Gordon. They don't
Gale other music. No, we don't want Gale other music. We want Punjabi. Oh my God, me ke dita Gala. I am not a racist. I am not a racist. I am not a racist. Oh mitra hun lagi chal. ਆ ਦੇਖੋ ਸੁਣੋ ਗੱਲ
Hello, mate.
Hi Tom, you okay?
Not too bad, how are you?
I'm enjoying the weather. Heat wave, man. Absolutely.
Nice, isn't it?
Yeah, I can't complain, mate. You know what I'm like?
Yeah.
I'm like,
I do, yeah.
I'm just literally just thinking to myself, like, I'm gonna go black. Yeah, I'm seriously, I'm just roasting.
Yeah, no, it makes a nice change. It's
I
just
hope-
a shame we're all
I hope,
stuck inside for most of it.
I know, but you know when I just said, like, I'm gonna go black, I hope you don't term that as racism.
Of course not. I
Look-
haven't termed anything as racist. So
I know, but I just, you know, because, you know, when you were saying in the video that some of the people are saying that I was racist,
Yeah.
you know, I was like, you know, if I say, hey, look, I'm gonna be black, doesn't mean I'm like taking the mick out of, you know, people's colour.
Of course, I understand that. Don't worry. The reason I'm calling is I've put together the draft of the story. Now we're not allowed to. Well, we don't send that directly to you to get a full response. You can read the whole thing, but I can detail what it is they said in the story in terms of what you've said, so you can put together a full response. So is now a good time? Did you want to take notes, or did you want me to? How do you want to do this?
Yeah, if you could send the story, if you could send it by email, because my solicitors need to review it.
So I won't. The only thing is I won't be sending the story as is, because we just don't do that in terms of no one gets to see a story before we publish it. But I can detail exactly what is said in the story. So I can say, you know, it's claimed that this and this, so your solicitors know exactly what they have to respond to. But in terms of word for word, the article, I won't be able to send that over to you.
Yeah, not a problem. Do you want to do this then? It's going to be, if you let me know, and then I will give you my solicitor's details, and because my solicitor's compiling the response. So
Right.
then my solicitor can turn around and just advise you of the response. And what I'll do, after this phone call, I'll send you over his details.
That'd be great, yeah. And then I can get an email over to him just detailing.
Yeah,
what the,
absolutely. When is the story likely to be published?
It'll be tomorrow. Obviously, assuming we get a response from you guys in good time, it'll be going out tomorrow at some point.
Yeah, no worries. Try and find like a really good peak time to get it out. I mean, like, we want to get this in front of as many people as possible.
Really?
Yeah, well, I don't want to turn around and get this story out there at a time that people are either, you know, not reading it or are watching, you know, EastEnders. I want to make sure it's at the optimal time. So it literally, like, it goes everywhere really quickly.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
I mean, that's your prerogative.
Tom, what's normally the best time to put a really saucy story out there to, like...
So, I mean, in terms of when, so it's slightly complicated, but I will put the story on as soon as it's edited by my editor. In terms of when it's put on things like Facebook and promoted by Birmingham Live, they usually say 7 or 8 o'clock in the evening is like the best slot to put something like that out.
Yeah, I just don't like, you know, from my personal perspective, I just don't want it to clash with Boris Johnson's speech at 5 o'clock, or, you know, I don't want it to clash because I don't want it to clash with EastEnders or 9 o'clock news. I need to, like, that's my only request, is that it needs to be out there at a time which is going to be like, yes, it's had a really good impact.
Yeah, I mean, I'll be completely honest with you, Bobby. I'm not sure that's what you'll want. Like, the story focuses on like I said, the things you said about her in the video. Now, everything is detailed in there in terms of the chain of events, and obviously what's not in this story at the moment is your response to it. But
I know, as long as you could turn around and ensure that it's all catalogued and it's correctly put out there, you know, what you don't want to be doing is you don't want to be putting something out there which isn't the whole truth. Does that make sense?
Of course. I mean, everything in here, everything that's been claimed that you've said, I have video evidence for. So
no, that's fine. But you know, when you know, obviously a few people that were on the live video, watching the live video, they contacted you. But remember, these individuals may not have translated it correctly. They may have translated it in a way which suits.
I haven't had it translated by them. I've had it translated by someone at work.
Okay, great. As long as the individual who's translated it, you know, is Punjabi and fully understands the Pacific angle that it's coming from, I'm absolutely fine with it.
Okay, all right, great. Okay, so if you send me over the details of your solicitors, I will send them an email just detailing what's in the story, and then we can take it from there.
Absolutely. Do you want to just give me an overview? Because I know you said to me that you're going to do it more from the other side's, you know, the individual. You're going to do it more from her side, because obviously you're looking at it as she's the victim. And I'm obviously, you know, the devil here, I guess, because she's a young girl, and I've turned around and I've obviously picked on her. But it's not acceptable that she tried to troll, she tried to come through to us, she tried to demonize us, and obviously spread false information. And she also recommended other people to, you know, to say negative things and to share false news. But is that still the case? You're going to go with her as a victim?
Yeah, I mean, it's 100%. I'm not going to try and sugarcoat it. That is the story, yeah.
But look, the thing is, I know, but the thing is, you know, it's absolutely fine. I know you guys are going to put a story out there. Stories sell, but you know, if you went with a neutral story, would it not go as far? Could it not be like, you know, an internet?
So if I'm completely honest with you, Bobby, and as I've said to you before, it's nothing personal because I get on quite well with you. But if you're asking me if I'm just a random member of the public and you were to show me this story, like, and I have all the facts, I know your point of view and I know her point of view. That's how it comes across. It comes across.
No, that's fine.
She's the victim, so that's how it's written. Yeah.
But are you putting in there that this guy gave out free property to NHS staff? Are you putting that there?
Everything's in it. So the fact that this has come around because you've been given free properties to NHS staff is in there. It's in there that she didn't have to pay anything except the £500 deposit. Like I've said, the fact that it took 2 days to get a £500 deposit back really is what I'm worried about. You know, that's neither here nor there. It's much more about. What about
the fact that she said, like, her other point was that he tried to push me to do an interview with the news? Is that a point that you're going to put in there, that this estate agent, you know, asked her to do an interview with a news channel?
So we've not put that in directly. We have said about, I know she had a voicemail from ITV News, I think after you passed on her details.
Yeah.
And in that they said, we got your details from Bobby Singh.
Yeah.
So we were detailing that, but we're not saying, you know, extreme pressure or anything like that. It's, it will just be sticking to the facts.
Okay, not a problem. Does it say anything about the fact that she stayed in this property for 2 months when on the contract it should have been 14 to 30 days?
It does not. So this is the thing, right? At the moment, we only have her side of the story because she's the only one I've spoken to and got.
But Tom, I sent you the email. I sent you the contract that she.
Right. But by the same token, I've gone back through the story that we did when we first spoke back in March to launch this campaign, and you said, and I quote, the idea was just to give them apartments you're not going to be using or selling or renting over the course of the next few weeks, months, however long they require it.
Yeah.
Those are your words. I know what the contract says.
No, that's right.
But yeah, I know exactly what the contract says, but that's what.
But I think, Tom, look, the thing is, if people understand the property was given to her for 40 to 30 days, everybody's contracts are different. Obviously, we can't turn around and say we'll give it to you for the whole year. So the objective is it's for however long it takes. And if she turned around and said, I need it longer, then, you know, please show me where she said that or where she's.
No, of course.
You know, so
that's why we come to you, because that's the kind of thing that you put in your response. You know, the contract was only for this long at first, and then we extended it beyond that because of X, Y, and Z. It's all your prerogative. As long as what your solicitors or you say isn't libelous towards Danny, then we'll print it.
And Tom, did you go onto Danny's feed? Did you go onto like where she's said to people, troll, share this with all of your people? And what about, where she said Bobby's a racist and homophobic person? Did you see that?
I saw that, but we obviously wouldn't include that in the story because
but
then
why?
We're putting it out publicly.
But Tom, why? She's calling me a homophobic and a racist. Why would you not put that in?
Because then you could sue us for libel, Bobby, if we put that in our story.
But she has.
Forum then.
Yeah, but she has said that, and I've sent you screenshots that she's calling.
No, but it's unsubstantiated. Like I understand what you're saying to me right now, and I'm not saying you would do this. But if we print, someone has said, if we print that you, not obviously not that you are, but if we print that someone has called you a racist and a homophobe,
and I've showed you proof.
But we then need to stand up her claims. Otherwise, we put ourselves open to libel from you and your solicitors.
Yeah, but what I'm trying to say is, look, it's okay calling Bobby a racist. But when she's calling Bobby a racist and a homophobic person, and she's encouraging people to troll and leave negativity and to spread hate and to turn around and to, slander our business and our brands, like, are you trying to make her a victim when she's obviously... Look at her messages when she's saying fuck him and she's laughing and she's saying everybody look at what he's doing. I find this, like, she's swearing and she's writing all of these things against our company and encouraging all of her connections, and I'm talking, hundreds of people. She's basically stirring a reaction, and she's creating hatred. Are you making this girl a victim?
She Bobby, how best to put this? That her posts about that kind of thing, like she posted the initial Facebook status, right, which prompted a response from you in your Facebook Live, and then is when she said to her followers, this isn't right, he's not treating me right, and the kind of things you just said there.
But to call somebody a racist and a homophobic individual, think about it, Tom. That's then going to make people.
That in the story, Bobby, because we can't. Like, there's no other way I can say that. We can't run that because it's not true. We can't say you are a racist. We can't say something.
No, but you can say. Yeah, but what I'm trying to say is, look, she has called me all of these things, and she's tried to troll. Like, don't you remember what happened to Caroline Flack when trolls destroyed her and made her commit suicide?
Bobby, I'm sorry, but this is not the same as that at all. You could quite as easily say that you've done the exact same to her.
No, but but watching what happened to Caroline Flack, what we were taught in that campaign, which was only 3 months ago, it was to be kind, be considerate, and don't...
You weren't, Bobby. You weren't in your Facebook Live videos. You're preaching something now which you didn't practice in your Facebook Live videos.
But Tom, just bear with me one moment. Just think about it. There's a playground bully, and she's turned around and she's bullied me online, and I've spoken back about a bully, and I've said about this bully, she's got free property, stayed for free, was requested to leave professionally, and she left within 7 days. There was no request from her to stay longer, not even one request. And you could show me, like, I've got evidence because everything is recorded. Now, what I'm trying to say is everything's done professionally. She's returned the keys back to my group professionally, and then she goes back and she tries to demonize me in a community and encourages people to leave negative reviews, to try and tarnish my reputation. And all of this is on her feed, and her comments, she's swearing and she's saying to people, share this, share this, share this. And you've read all of this, yet what you're saying to me, Tom, is that you're not going to talk about her character, at the fact that she did this first, and Bobby, in retaliation. So Bobby saw this, and Bobby got contacted by many people saying this individual is talking negatively about you, and Bobby went onto Facebook Live and called her a bitch.
Yeah.
Just think about it, Tom. Tom, just one moment. Just think about it. Your story can run from lots of different angles, but the truth is, you can see she started it, and now what you're saying to me is, I'm only going to talk about you, but I'm not going to talk about the fact that she called you all of these things under the sun. Come on, Tom. That's not really good, is it? Just think about it.
Whilst I do have an appreciation for what you're saying, the chain of events, to me, is that because her posting a status online and talking about that and talking about, you know, I mean that businesses deal with that every single day.
Yeah,
every
I know
single
they
day
do.
Across the country, business deal with that. They do not respond to things like that in the way that you did, and
So,
that is why.
so is my issue is the issue here, Tom? Just think about it, because look, I'm trying to sport you because you did a really good story on me when we gave properties out, and you made me a really good person. But what you've got to think about here is, Tom, like Bobby gave as much as he could and asked for it back so he could carry on living his life and paying his bills and doing everything which he needs to do. Now, he didn't do anything for the sake of profiteering or making even a penny. In fact, he spent money to help people. And this individual is calling him all sorts of things. Bobby has turned around, and in Punjabi, Bobby has just simply called her a dog, a female dog. Now, what I'm trying to say is, Tom, come on, man, keep it in perspective. Like, if you look at her thread and if you look at all of her comments, you can understand from what she's saying and the hatred and the venom and the nasty things that she's saying that, you know, Bobby has a right to turn around and respond to each one of them. So what I did in my video, Tom, I responded back to each one, not to her, but I responded back to my people because I'm accountable to my people. And in conclusion, after a whole 40 minutes, I called her a kutti. Do you understand, Tom?
But in that video, I mean, Bobby, look, I am. Here's how I view it, and then my point of view is not going to change on this.
I know. But Tom, what if I went on to a conversation with you and your editor? Because what you're doing here is you're looking at it all from one girl's perspective, when actually this girl, all she's done is she's deliberately used this whole situation like a troll and encouraged all of her followers to turn around and troll me. And just because I dealt with a playground bully, I dealt with her. I put her in a place, and she said, hello, I'm here. She came onto my Facebook feed. I didn't turn around and say blah, blah, blah. She said, I'm here. You know, she was brave enough to turn around and tell the whole world, this is who I am. So I can't understand how you could turn around and say Bobby turned around and exposed her. It's not about
it. The story makes it very clear that the chain of events was that this all happened after she posted a complaint online.
No, it wasn't a complaint. It was the fact that she tried to say, I'm going to go for Love Your Postcode, and I want you, all of you people, to share negative stuff about them. And she's put in a post, I want his business to suffer, because I've sent you screenshots saying, you watch, your business will suffer now. But you've got to ask yourself, but Bobby gave...
You know that was in response to what you said. She didn't just post that. She didn't just take it upon herself to say, I'm personally going out to make sure his business suffered.
But she's written it. She's written
your video out.
No, but Tom, what I'm saying in my video, I've responded back to each of her points. So she turned around and she said in her thing, and remember, I'm talking to my people. I'm talking in Punjabi. So I'm talking in my language to my people, and I'm going between English and Punjabi. But what I'm trying to say here is, you know, does that make me a racist for calling her?
We're not calling you a racist, Bobby. So we don't need to say we're not saying you're a racist.
Are you sure? Because yesterday you said you were going to put in the story, I'm racist.
No. I absolutely didn't say that.
But yesterday, but you did. But when I spoke to you yesterday, you said, Bobby, that we have got a recording and I'm going to put it in front of my team so that they can hear it, because the angle that we're going for is racist.
Bobby, I did not say that. There's absolutely no way I said that.
Tom, I promise you, I'm telling you, you said that, and all of our...
Here's a question for you. I've written the story, right? If I had said that to you,
yeah,
why wouldn't I put that in the story, and why wouldn't I be staying with that now? If I said that to you yesterday, why would I be changing it?
Tom, you're a journalist. Tom, you're a journalist. The first time we spoke, you said to me, everything is recorded, didn't you?
Everything is recorded, so I can tell you exactly.
Okay, Tom, stop. Yesterday's conversation would have been recorded then, wouldn't it?
My conversation with you?
I'm asking, yeah, did you record yesterday's conversation?
No.
Why would you, okay, stop. Okay, no, that's okay. But first time we ever spoke, you said you record everything. Didn't you say that?
I said everything you've said is recorded.
No.
I didn't say that
Tom, what I'm saying is the first time, because you're denying yesterday, you said to me categorically, unfortunately, Bobby, the story is about you being racist because we have...
I did not say that, Bobby, because that's not what why would I have not...
Okay, Tom, Tom, now what you're doing is, you look, as a journalist, you have to protect yourself because you've got to, and I know you're recording because you've got to record everything. Otherwise, it could be it's illegal
for me to record people without their permission.
Okay, not a problem. Okay, not a problem. Tom, I'm going to tell you something right now. Our conversation yesterday took place in my office. Just remember that. And Tom, if you go onto our page, I'm not gonna do this right now, but I can promise you one thing. The whole of our conversation is recorded because I spoke to you on the phone and I said, Tom, why are you going, like, I don't understand. And you said, Bobby, it's got to be looked at from a racist perspective. And okay, Tom.
Bobby, if you can show me.
I'm going to show you on CCTV. I'm going to show you because it's all recorded on CCTV.
That's fine, because I'm perfectly comfortable with the fact that I never said that. So
Tom, you said to me several times, you said, the story doesn't look very good, Bobby. It is going to come from a race. Now, look, I'm a baptized Sikh. So when you talk to me, Tom, you're not talking to like the average guy that lies, yeah? I always tell a straight story. Yesterday, you said we are going to come to you from a racist perspective. And I said to you, Tom, and you said to me, Bobby, that's how it is. And I said to you, and you said, Bobby, but I am going to get an independent team at Birmingham Mail to listen to all of the recordings. Did you get an independent team to listen to my recordings?
So I've had someone at Birmingham Mail translate what you said.
Very good. Okay, you said to me, now look, Tom, my CCTV, do you give me permission to release the CCTV on my Facebook page so that I can talk about you before you publish my story?
No, I absolutely do.
Okay, fine. Tom, I'm going to put you in a little predicament now, yeah? Because I spoke to you and I said, why do you want to do this? Why do you want to do it from a racist perspective? So I'm talking to you on a telephone and it's very clear you and me are talking because it's recorded at a Pacific time. You have now categorically denied that the term racism didn't even come into the conversation. And
no,
I'm going to... Tom, sorry, Tom. Tom, you just did.
If you want to paint your
Sorry, Tom.
If you want to paint your own picture.
No, Tom. I'm sorry, Tom. I'm sorry. I am going to release. I'm telling you right now, Tom. I am going to release. No, Tom. I'm sorry, Tom. No, but Tom, it's okay. It's okay for you to try and demonize me and try to put me in.
If you think you're going to scare me into not writing this story,
I know, but Tom, the thing is, this is going to go much further because yesterday you put me in a difficult position because you made me think I was a racist. If you go onto my posts on social media today, I am asking people in my posts, am I a racist? And now, Tom, what I'm going to say to you is, look, you're a lovely guy. I really like you. I want you to think long and hard about the fact that who's telling the truth. I don't want to turn around and say, Tom, you know what? You just categorically denied something that happened. But Tom, I have a lot of people watching me. You know, I have a lot of followers. I have a lot of people that are interested in what happened. And Tom, unfortunately, what you're saying to me here and how you're trying to portray me is not really professional.
Hold on a second. Listen to yourself. This doesn't make any logical sense. You're first saying that I said I was going to do it from a racist point of view. I'm now calling you to say there is nothing from a racist. No one's calling you a racist in this story. I have quoted you directly, and I have it here. I've got the story in front of me. Where you question, quote, the white girl's status, and also questioning, quote, why white estate agents weren't offering free NHS accommodation.
That's bang on. That's not racist.
No, but I've never, Bobby, I've never said you are.
But wait, but the CCTV from tomorrow is going to prove otherwise.
I'm happy to put it. Yeah, I'm happy to see it. Send it over to me because you won't have my voice on the CCTV because you can't get that on CCTV because we were on the phone. And two, I absolutely, categorically, never in a million years said that we are going to run this story calling you a racist.
Okay.
That would lose me my job.
Okay.
That would mean you sued the newspaper.
Yeah.
It makes no sense. And you will not, regardless
just
of how much
bear with me one moment. Just bear with me one moment. You said to me, because I used the word racist because you said it to me first. racist. You said the way that we are looking at this story is, Bobby, there's racism and we have to now investigate. And I said, okay, you spoke for 30 seconds and I started questioning myself. What is he going on about? I can understand Bobby swore. Well, hold on. Okay. I can understand, like, Bobby called somebody white. I called somebody a Gora, white. Okay, fine. I can understand that. But when you said to me 3 times yesterday, I'm going to get an independent team to listen to it because unfortunately we have to look at it from a racism perspective. That's when it really confused me. But Tom, do you know what's important here? The whole of our conversation is recorded because I'm talking to you.
So I'm happy.
And Tom, Tom, what's going to happen in this conversation is I'm saying to you in this conversation, I'm not racist, and you are talking back to me on a phone. So what I'm talking about here is you have just denied the fact that the word racist isn't even in the story. But yet yesterday, when I was talking to you, the word racist was something you were really shining the torch on.
No. So when we spoke yesterday, you mentioned to me that she had made an allegation to you against you, calling you a racist and a homophobe. And I know for a fact that if you release this audio, it will have me saying to you on the phone, there is no way we would ever call you a racist or a homophobe in a story like that because we can't stand it up, regardless of what is said in the video and what you say in the video in terms of what the white girl and white estate agents, right? If people,
I said, let's get it right. Let's get it right. I said Gore. Do you understand the word Gora?
Well, I don't speak Punjabi. So
Let me ask you. Let me ask you. Do you understand the word Gora? What is Gora?
No, because I don't speak Punjabi.
Okay,
Bobby.
I know you don't understand. You don't speak Punjabi. Tom, where do you live?
In Birmingham.
Okay, in Birmingham, and which is predominantly Asian. And if you ever been to a shop or a pub, or do you have an Asian friend?
Yeah.
Okay, fine. And are you telling me that in all of your years, Tom, you must be about 40. I've never met you, but are you 40?
I'm 28.
Okay, fine. In 28 years, has nobody ever called you a Gora?
No, I haven't lived in Birmingham all my life, so I'm not originally from this area.
Right.
It's
So,
not that,
so okay, I'm just asking the question. So you're saying no, you've never heard the word Gora?
No, never heard that before.
Wow, that's strange because I've just done a little sample. I've just asked like all of my 34,000 connections on LinkedIn, and I want you to go on LinkedIn. I want you to look at the word Gora, and I want you to understand, Tom, there's not a lot of people that are going to believe you because I don't think there's many English people out there that have not heard the word Gora. Now, the reason I'm saying that is you're saying white girl. Really? I think I said Gori. Yeah, there's
so enlighten me, what's the difference?
Yeah, there's a massive difference. When we came over to this country, we could only use our own language to describe things. And in the simplicity of describing things, we described black for black and white for white. Yeah,
why is she not just a woman or a girl? Why is that?
Very good point. Why is she not just a woman? And why is she not just a child or girl or whatever? It's really simple. I'm born in a village. I'm a simple individual. Yeah, I'm a very simple individual. In my home, when we go out, or when we talk and we refer to people, we refer to them as what we see. And what we see is a Gori or a Gora. Yeah, that does not make us. That does not. There's a difference, Tom. There's a difference here. You know how you say white? Listen. No, it's not. No, it's not. And look, you need to read the LinkedIn comments that are coming through because I've got English people turning around and saying, hold on a minute, Gora and Gori is not racist. That's not racist. Look, the thing is,
Bobby, no one said you're racist.
Yeah, but Tom, the way that
I'll read it for you. I'll read you word for word what I say and what we said you said. It says, Mr. Singh switching between English and Punjabi as he calls Miss Evans a, quote, bitch and, quote, shameless, while also questioning, quote, the, quote, white girl status, end quote, and questioning why, open quote, white, end quote, estate agent.
No, you need to put
free NHS
you need to turn around, and when you're saying white, I think that's where you need to say quoting Gori. and then also doing like quotations, Gori meaning white.
I'll tell you what I'll do, because this is clearly a point of contention. I will put in, instead of saying white, I will say questioning the Gori's status. And
Yeah,
then I'll put
Gori.
in brackets,
Yes.
Then I'll put in brackets white girl, because not everyone will know what that word means. I never knew what that word meant.
Yeah, Gori. That's it. I like that. Gori and Gora.
Word for word, I will put it in.
Yeah. Okay, cool.
If you're worried about how it'll be perceived by your community, which is fair enough.
No, it's not about, no, but the thing is, my community are laughing at this. My community is like thinking, Bobby, I can't wait. Like, I'm saying to my community, I'm looking forward to it, which is why I said I want the story to run at the right time so it hits everybody. But if you can ensure that you are quoting me word for word, and also you need to put in the word that I said in Punjabi, because the issue here is the way you're writing these things, they're very hard hitting. You need to be saying Bobby said this in Punjabi, and then when you write Gori, you need to say Gori means this, and then when you say Bobby said Khoti, which means like, you know, donkey, then make sure you check what the definition is. So female donkey, yeah, Khoti.
Right. But I mean, I've also spoken to someone who is also Sikh and also speaks Punjabi, who says that your use of the word, and I don't have it in front of me, but wherever the word bitch means in Punjabi, from what I understand, is far more offensive in Punjabi than it is to call someone a bitch in English.
Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. Okay. I think, look, Tom, the thing is, we are obviously from two different cultures, two different worlds. Like, you know.
I don't dispute that.
Yeah, absolutely. Two different worlds, two different like ways of thinking. If I see you walking down the road, I'll say, look at the Gora. I won't turn around and say, look at the Munda. That's not how we speak. We speak Gora. Look at the Gora.
Okay.
That does not mean.
I'll put it in.
Yeah. I think also you need to just get this qualified from somebody who really is intelligent in Punjabi. You know, if you don't do this and you're just giving it to one of the trolls, because there was a guy called Jay, who I know is
one of the trolls. Like I said, I've had it translated by someone at Birmingham Live, totally independent.
Okay, fine. As long as in the story it says Bobby said Gori, and you know and say Bobby's going between Punjabi and English, and he had 1,000 people commenting on his post, I have no issue. But Tom, go on, the rest of the story, mate. I'm liking this already.
Okay, well, if that's how you feel, then you should be happy with the story when it goes out tomorrow.
Yeah, but do run. Just tell me what how it's gonna run, so I can at least get happy about it.
No, so as I've told you, it's run from the things you've said about her. So
okay, so do you want to just explain? Yep.
Yeah, so it focuses on the fact.
Do you want to start from the beginning? So start from the beginning, so we can just.
So I'm looking at the story now.
Okay, so what's the title?
So the headline we haven't settled on yet, and that won't be up to me at the end of it anyway.
Why don't you just turn around and say Bobby the Lion turned around and dealt with a troll?
Because that's not how I view it, Bobby, and that's not what's going to happen.
But okay,
she's an NHS nurse who you've put a lot of mental strain on with your video.
Yeah, okay.
There's nothing more to say about it.
Okay.
This is a woman who's fighting the coronavirus day in, day out.
I know. She's a woman that's fighting the coronavirus day in, day out, and we are only the people that put her in a house for free because she could do a job.
That's perfectly clear in the story.
Got it?
I'm not, like I said, that's not being hidden in the story.
Okay. Sorry. Okay. But it's just that, Tom, just once again, you know, you just took it back to her side. So literally, you just said she's fighting the coronavirus on the wards of Queen Elizabeth Hospital. But what I'm saying to you here is, yes, and we are helping her with free property accommodation, all for nothing, and we are risking.
You were, like I said to you.
Just 1 minute. We are, Tom. We are, Tom. Just 1 moment. But Tom, remember, we are, because our group has got 1,200 people helping people. Tom, let me ask you a question. You say poor nurse, poor girl at Queen Elizabeth Hospital, helping people. The same nurse that contracted the COVID-19, and she had to stay in one of our apartments, which protected her loved ones from catching the virus. And, you know,
But Bobby, the story is not to do with that. As I keep telling you, it's got nothing to do. You did house for free. She did get
but Tom, is that
to do with that?
But Tom, is that not relevant? Like, just think about.
Of course, it's relevant, and it's mentioned in the story that you gave her.
Guys, you need to share this. Share this. Share. Hit share. Hit share. Share this.
None of that is disputed.
Share
like
this.
I said, this is not about that.
I need everybody on Facebook to share this. Get live video running on your video view.
I realise that she may be spreading it around her followers and stuff, but as I said to you before, there are countless cases of businesses having to deal with, if anything, worse complaints than this by members of the public, and they do not respond by publicly shaming that individual.
I know. I know.
But you also know she's adverse to publicity as well, and she wasn't particularly interested in speaking to media organisations. And you said word for word in your video that you're going to make her the face of your campaign. You're going to plaster her face over your billboard.
I know.
And if you think that's the correct way to deal with a complaint,
I know.
That's what the story's focusing on. Bobby.
Okay,
There's nothing more to say than that. We're not trying to hang you out to dry. We're not making false allegations. We're not saying anything that isn't true.
I know, but as long as
there are two sides to every
I
story.
I know, but look, I think the key thing here is, Tom, if you just run with it, because look, the thing is, you keep going back to the poor nurse, the poor lady. Yeah, but okay, look, I completely sympathise. That's why we helped her. But let me ask you one thing. When my members of staff that helped her, were they not front line because they were the ones that weren't being paid? And they were the ones that were moving people in that already were very close to the virus. So when half of my team went down with the virus for nothing, because they'd risked their own lives, you keep mentioning the poor nurse. Don't you think my teams, poor Love Your Postcode teams?
Yeah, so if you had come to me 2 weeks ago before any of this happened and said, I just want to run a story about the work of my team, they've been really dedicated, and some of them actually contracted coronavirus through the work they've been doing, and I've said, that's a great story, Bobby, and that's really selfless of them, and we'll definitely run something about that.
But Tom, is it really a story? Like, just
yes, this is 100% a story. 100%.
Okay, so my team's contracting. For half of my team went down with COVID-19 is a story to run in the paper because we're doing good things.
I mean, 2 weeks ago, but not now because we are about to run this story. And
No, I'm just really confused. So basically, we've obviously I've allowed my volunteers to do this, to contract everything, and obviously to fall ill, and obviously risk their own loved ones and risk their own health. But you keep calling her the victim. I don't understand why. Are the victims of this not people that?
This isn't to do with your team, Bobby. This isn't to do with your team. This is to do with you.
But Tom.
More to say
but
about
yeah,
it.
but
Bobby,
Tom,
I'm going to have to get off because I do have to get on with.
Tom, sorry, Tom. I was just going to say one thing, Tom. The thing is, what I don't understand is, I know we've got places to go to and we've got things to do, but from a journalist perspective, like, you've got to look at the whole story and be honest with yourself.
Which is why we want a response from you, so that we can make sure that your side of the story is put into the story, and that's why I'm calling
Okay, sorry, Tom. Can you just finish off the story then, so I can just at least tell Daniel, and I'll drop you Daniel's.
I'll tell you what, Bobby. I really do have to get off right now, but I can call you back in about an hour and a half, and I can tell you what's in the story, and you can forward it onto your solicitor, and we can do it that way.
I'll give you Daniel's details if you want, and then you just let Daniel know. Daniel's a good guy, by the way. You're
right, well, if you give me his details, I'll give him a call when I get back. I'll relay what's in the story.
Absolutely.
And then we can take it from there.
Yeah, absolutely. But listen, look, just because I turned around and I'm trying to express my opinion and my voice is somewhat different to most people that probably just accept what you're saying, it's just that, I'm an educated individual. I'm pretty smart. I know what I do and I know what I say. And I don't, I was one of those guys that never tolerated bully boy behavior or bad manners. I was one of those. If somebody gave me something, I said thank you. And if I wanted something else, I'd say, could I have one more, please? And if I got something that I didn't like, I would often just accept that at least I got something for free and that it's okay. My parents brought me up differently. That's all it is, mate. And it's just that, everybody's brought up differently. Some people are brought up in different areas, different surroundings. Now, if you ever saw like how I live and the way that we live, you'd understand, like, have you seen what the Sikhs are doing, like, to help people in the world at the moment?
No, Bobby, do you know why I ran the story in the first place? Because it was a good news story about the good things you were doing for the NHS. But this has nothing to do with that.
Yeah,
Bobby, I'm really going to have to get off, mate, because I've got to go now. I'm literally on my way out the door. But if you want me to call you back first,
yeah, fine.
That's fine. Or
Tom, absolutely, mate, absolutely. Call me back then, and then we'll have a cup of coffee and have a conversation. and then, you know, let's see what we need to do next. But, you know, just remember, Bobby's okay. I mean, like, you know, stories have never affected him, and people that have got opinions on Bobby have got opinions. I mean, like, you know, I've got to understand, you've got to understand, Bobby hasn't just turned around and built his brand on, you know, one act. Bobby's done a lot of different things. Oh, Tom's gone. Hanji! Hanji! Srikal! Jat bolda jat. I didn't understand, like, literally, I don't understand what the story is here. Like, kise nu kehna like bachariya to turn around unu victim banana, like, just to make a story banon le. Like, you heard all of that. You listened to all of that. What I want you guys to do is I want you guys to share this, make it viral, because then what I'm going to do is I'm going to be releasing CCTV footage that clearly, blatantly makes this individual turn around. And he said many things on the conversation with me yesterday that made me question if I was a racist individual. And even now today, he's saying white woman, white woman, white woman, when I said Gori, Gori, Gori. Now, what we need to understand is, or what you guys need to understand is, this is what journalism is, and this is how they make and create stories. And like, they think that they could tarnish our reputation because we call white, white, black, black, brown, brown. Yo, they ain't got shit on me. And they say to me, why are you having such a good time? Why are you so positive? Like, why are you in Blundia? It's because, you know what? I call shit out. Like, when I see things and I look at what people are doing, I call it out, man. That's the difference between me and everybody else. Everybody else would have to tolerate it, but I don't tolerate it. I don't know what you guys are like. Do you guys tolerate bully boy behavior? Would you guys tolerate your kids being picked on in a playground? Would you allow your kids, if there's a bully in your school and this bully is basically saying to everybody in the school, in the playground, go and pick on those little kids, and one of those kids are your niane? Are you saying to me, turn a blind eye and let the bully do what they're doing? Come on, you guys are really smart people. You guys are really clever people. You've got to ask yourself, is it okay for somebody to bully and then not to have the consequences of bullying back? It's a little bit saying, you remember when we were at school, what was the saying? If somebody was bullying you, you taught your kids karate and you made them stand up to the bully. So in real life situations, folk, in real life situations, as we become adults and we grow up and we become stronger, don't tolerate bullies. Don't tolerate them. Tusi han menu question pusho, you could put anything on your questions. Menu ni pada siga that phone call was coming. I had no idea. Me to thode naal gaane sunan laga siga, and you know what, Patandar ne phone kar ditta, and me socha, let's just put it on live. Koi bada koi chakkar nahi hega. Is nothing big. I'm telling you, you can listen to the whole of this video again and you can understand for yourself, man, who is the badmash? Who is doing badmashi? Who is a bully? Who is turning around and taking the side of a bully? Who is trying to make somebody a victim when they're not a victim? Who is trying to take the side of someone by saying they're a victim, they're a victim, they're a victim, when in actual fact, you know, you're making the successful businessman look like something he is not. And yet this individual knows nothing about me. He's 28 years old. He's a Gora. And he's saying to me, I've lived here and I've got Asian friends, but nobody's ever called me a Gora. How many of you guys that are watching this video right now, how many of you guys believe that he doesn't know what the word Gora is? Because he's basically trying to say that word in its definition, in its form, is racist. And that's what I'm trying to say to you guys. When this story comes out, the spin that they're going for, this is a spin in the story, that he turned around and he called somebody white. I didn't say white. Yeah, there's a difference. I don't call somebody white. I don't call him white. I don't call him a white man. I call him Gora. And I call him Gori. Because you know what? Apa simple jata man. Jat bande a. Apa simple rakhde a. Jehdi cheez sanu desdi apa ohi kende a. And that doesn't make us racist, man. That just makes us simple bande. We say it for what it is. We call a Gori, a Kala, and a Gori, whatever. Do you understand what I'm trying to say? If you guys are watching me and you're saying, Bobby, like, you know what? Like, bro, this is called, like, you know, they're just trying to victimize here. They're, like, really trying to go hard here. Somebody's obviously trying to, like, encourage him, try and build him up. But what he doesn't realize is, yo, apa da story utte story kar dunge. Just like how we caught out, you know, the Gori, just like how we caught her, right? We're going to catch out everybody. And you guys are watching on my Facebook Live and you're thinking, this is becoming ridiculous. Talk about a witch hunt. Like, Bobby is the one that's, like, being hunted down. Pehla ta gore nale gore aage from Danny decided that everybody came and they all went for the attack. Okay, hon ehe aagya from the newspaper. Just think about it. Like, this guy is from a British English newspaper and he's coming in with his own story. It's not my fault, mate, that, you know, your company of people are really different, because I thought Birmingham was like, what? I thought it was majority ethnic. I don't know where you guys live, guys, but tusi mainu aha dasso. Do you believe for 1 minute that a 28-year-old journalist who lives in Birmingham, works in Birmingham, understands, has Asian friends, do you believe him when he turns around and he says, I don't know what Gora is, I've never heard of it? If you guys start commenting below, do you think that this Banda is telling the truth? How many people do you guys work with? And how many people have you told in your factories, in your shops, that you're a Gora? Lewis started in our company only last week, and I called him a Gora. I said, Lewis, you're a Gora, yeah? And he said, yeah, Bobby, I know, and that's cool. Like, Lewis, that's not racist, yeah? That's just me saying, like, you know, you're a Gora that works for me. Gore rakhiya, gore kam karde a Bobby diya companies de vich. Gore more a chalaunde kam Bobby boss a. Bobby chalaunda, Bobby diya companies chaldiya, par more Bobby ne gore laye a. Does that make you a racist for turning around and speaking factually? Anyway, I've got BBC journalists watching this right now. So you see what you can do, man. You know, what is the story? What is a tilt, man? Like, Bobby de Pishekato Inepea. यार इन्ने वो न्याने दिया फुटबॉल स्पॉन्सरशिप्स करदा इन्ने उन्हें पैसे दिते आ दसवंध दे विच कदे उन्हें इंदा नहीं किया मैं सिर्फ इन्हां नूं देना जेडे मेरे अपने आ यार वो ज्यादा पैसा गोरियां नूं नाले कालियां नूं दिंदा It's 100% true. We as a business, we give more charity, more money to other ethnic mixes other than Asian, because we always want to show that we help others. You know, when you've got all of these people being fed around by all of these charities, like if you look at the majority mix, who are they feeding? They're feeding everybody other than their own skin color. So you've got to watch this. You've got to watch this story. And that's why I said to him, don't you know what the Sikhs are doing around the world? Like, you are questioning who I am, what I do. I go, I help and I don't discriminate. I go, if people turn around and use the discrimination card or the racist card or call me homophobic, like, what, you think I'm going to accept it? I'm not going to accept that. I'm going to challenge them. And I'm going to go straight onto my Facebook live feed and I'm going to talk about why you're challenging a banda. My whole history is written and it's already, it's there to be watched. People can watch it and they can assess it and they can read it for themselves. Yo, we've got nothing to hide. ਜੇ ਆਪਾਂ ਇੰਦੇ ਦੇ ਬੰਦੇ ਹੁੰਦੇ ਸਾਨੂੰ ਨਹੀਂ ਪਤਾ ਹੈਗਾ ਸੋ ਇਹਨਾਂ ਨੇ ਕੋਸ਼ਿਸ਼ ਕਰਨੀ ਸਾਨੂੰ ਮਾਰੇ ਬਣਾਉਣ ਦੀ they're going to make us ਮਾਰੇ ਆਪਾਂ ਮਾਰੇ ਆ so I'm going to give you a little song ਮੈਨੂੰ 2 ਮਿੰਟ ਦਿਓ watch this make sure you guys share this man take it as far as you guys can take it you got it
yeah You already know we them brown boys, baby. Big boom, big boom, big boom. I'm a brown boy, but fuck it, why they hate on me? Fuck it, we gon' let them hate on me. That's why thing on me. Got that thing on me. With that thing on me.
Yes, TMC, they know that I'm running laps. I done made it through the block like a running back. I've been worried about my...
Listen. Let's get this on. Making me a bad guy. Suno.
Brown boys, baby.
Say hello to the bad guy, man. Apa gal nahi sende tadi apa mare a man.
Say hello to the bad guy. Say hello to the bad guy. ਵੱਡੇ ਵੱਡੇ ਰੈਪਰ ਮੇਰੇ ਜਵਾਕਾ ਜਿੱਥੇ ਗੋਲੀ ਚੱਲਦੀਆਂ ਉੱਥੇ ਮੇਰਾ ਬਲੌਕਾ I'm not that action ਬਾਕੀ ਸਾਰੇ ਟਾਕਾ ਜਿੱਥੇ ਤੇਰਾ ਸੈਲਫੋਨ ਉੱਥੇ ਮੇਰਾ ਗਲੌਕਾ ਮੇਰੀ ਜੇਬ ਵਿੱਚ yeah I leave you brainless I don't wanna say your fucking name and make you famous this game's dangerous yeah they trying to change us we at the top but they treat us like we strangers rap ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਗੋਲੀ ਚੱਲੇ ਆਂਦੇ ਸਾਡੀ ਗਲਤੀ ਆ upside down ਸਾਰੀ ਦੁਨੀਆ ਅਸੀਂ ਪਲਟੀ ਆ black on black brown boys ਸਾਡਾ ਮਾਫੀਆ ਜੱਟਾਂ ਦੇ ਪੁੱਤ ਮੰਗਦੇ ਨਹੀਂ ਅਸੀਂ ਮਾਫੀਆ ਗੱਲ ਕੋਈ ਨਹੀਂ ਸੰਦੇ ਤਾਈ ਮਾੜੇ ਆ ਗੱਲ ਕੋਈ ਨਹੀਂ ਸੰਦੇ ਤਾਈ ਮਾੜੇ ਆ say hello to the bad guy say hello to the bad guy ਗੱਲ ਕੋਈ ਨਹੀਂ ਸੰਦੇ ਤਾਈ ਮਾੜੇ ਆ ਗੱਲ ਕੋਈ ਨਹੀਂ ਸੰਦੇ ਤਾਈ ਮਾੜੇ ਆ say hello to the bad guy say hello to the bad guy ਮੰਨ ਲਿਆ ਬਾਕੀ ਚੰਗੇ ਆ ਤੇ ਮੈਂ ਮਾੜਾ Brown boys the wave and they on I need ਦੁਬਾਰਾ ਜੇ ਤੂੰ ਕਰਨਾ ਮੁਕਾਬਲਾ ਫਿਰ ਸ਼ਰਤ ਲਾਲਾ ਤੂੰ ਤੇ ਤੇਰੀ ਟੀਮ ਆ fake ਚੱਲ ਸਾਲਾ ਮੇਰੇ ਨਾਲ my hood see my face on a billboard the mad cause I got a life they will kill for it Took my way out of Toronto like I'm Gilmore I'm making money now fuck I gotta chill for it
jealous ਕਰਦੇ ਆ man ਹੈ ਆਪ ਨਹੀਂ ਇੱਥੇ ਪਹੁੰਚ ਸਕਦੇ ਤਦੀ ਅੱਜ ਇੰਨਾ ਕੰਮ ਕਰਦੇ ਆ ਸਾਨੂੰ ਲੋਨ ਲੈ ਲਾਈਕ ਕਾਤੋਂ man ਤੁਸੀਂ ਆਪਣੀ ਗੇਮ ਚੱਕੋ ਆਪਾਂ ਆਪਣੀ ਕਰੀ ਜਾਂਦੇ ਆ ਜਿੰਨਾ ਕੰਮ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਚੱਕਦੇ ਆ ਸਾਦਾ ਜਿੰਨਾ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਕੋਸ਼ਿਸ਼ ਕਰਦੇ ਆ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਆਪਾਂ ਪਾਣੀ ਪਾਈ ਜਾਂਦੇ ਆ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਤੁਹਾਨੂੰ ਦੁੱਖ ਜ਼ਿਆਦਾ ਲੱਗੀ ਜਾਂਦਾ ਰਿਮੈਂਬਰ ਚੇਤਾ ਰੱਖਿਆ ਕਰੋ ਜੇ ਕੋਈ ਜਣਾ ਸਾਡੇ ਬਾਰੇ ਮਾੜਾ ਬੋਲੇ ਜਾਂ ਮੰਦਾ ਬੋਲੇ always look at them and say that's why ਬਾਬੀ ਦਾ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਮੰਦਾ ਬੋਲਦੇ ਆ jealous ਕਰਦੇ ਆ ਤੁਸੀਂ man
ਗੱਲ ਕੋਈ ਨਹੀਂ ਸੰਦੇ ਤਾਈ ਮਾੜੇ say hello to the bad guy
Yo, Bobby ਨੇ ਤਾਂ ਤੁਹਾਨੂੰ ਸਾਰਿਆਂ ਨੂੰ ਖਿੱਚਿਆ man ਉਹ ਕੱਲਾ ਬੰਦਾ ਸਾਰੀ ਇੰਡਸਟਰੀ ਨੂੰ ਖਿੱਚੀ ਜਾਂਦਾ man ਉਹਦੇ ਬਾਰੇ ਸਟੋਰੀਆਂ ਬਣਦੀਆਂ ਸਟੋਰੀਆਂ ਲਿਖ ਹੁੰਦੀਆਂ man ਉਹਨੂੰ ਮਾਰਾ ਬਣਾਉਂਦੇ ਆ ਕਹਿੰਦੇ ਮਾਰਾ why ਤੁਸੀਂ ਆਪ ਦੇਖ ਲਓ why ਕਰਕੇ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਦੁੱਖ ਲੱਗਦਾ ਸੇ ਨਹੀਂ ਹੁੰਦਾ man ਜੱਟਾ ਦਾ ਪੁੱਤ ਉੱਥੇ ਬੈਠਾ ਜਿੱਥੇ ਉਹ ਪਹੁੰਚ ਨਹੀਂ ਸਕਦੇ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਦੀ ਸੁਪਨੇ ਵੀ ਨਹੀਂ ਪਹੁੰਚ ਸਕਦੇ
ਸ਼ਰਤ ਲਾਲਾ ਤੂੰ ਤੇ ਤੇਰੀ ਟੀਮ ਆ fake ਚੱਲ ਸਾਲਾ ਮੇਰੇ ਨਾਲ my hood see my face on a billboard the mad cause I
Yo, they're mad they can't stomach my face on the billboard ਗਾਣੇ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਹੁਣੀ ਕੇ ਹਟਿਆ
fuck I gotta chill for ਲੋਕੀ ਕਹਿੰਦੇ ਆ ਮੈਂ ਮਾੜਾ
Anyway, guys, मैं ਹੁਣ ਜਾਂਦਾ I need to get my suntan I need to get some Nivea on SPF 40 enjoy the sun ਇਹ ਪੁੱਤ ਜੱਟਾ ਦਾ ਰੁਕਣ ਨਹੀਂ ਲੱਗਾ man ਨਾ ਕੋਈ ਜਾਣਾ ਰੋਕ ਸਕਦਾ man ਜਿੰਨੀਆਂ ਸਟੋਰੀਆਂ ਬਣਾਉਣੀਆਂ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਬਣਾ ਲਓ man ਜੋ ਵੀ ਕੁਛ ਕਰਨਾ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਕਰ ਲਓ because you know what ਸਾਡਾ ਚੈਨਲ ਚੱਲਦਾ ਨਾਲੇ 20,000 ਬੰਦਾ ਹਾ ਸਟੋਰੀ ਪੜਦਾ ਦੇਖਦਾ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਪਤਾ ਲੱਗਦਾ ਯਾਰ ਇਹ ਸਾਡਾ ਬੋਈ ਆ ਕੱਲਾ ਚਲਾਈ ਜਾਂਦਾ ਸਾਰਿਆਂ ਨੂੰ ਖਿੱਚੀ ਜਾਂਦਾ man ਦੇਖੋ ਕਿੰਨੇ ਇਹ ਜੈਲਸ ਕਰਦਾ ਉਹ ਕਰਕੇ ਮਿੱਤਰੋ ਸਿਰਫ ਇਹਨੇ ਮੁੱਛ ਨੂੰ ਨਹੀਂ ਬੱਟ ਦਿੱਤਾ ਇਹ ਹੁਣ ਗੱਲ ਵੀ ਕਰਦਾ ਨਾਲੇ ਇਹਦੀ ਗੱਲ ਨਹੀਂ ਲੋਕ ਇੰਡਸਟਰੀ ਸਹਿ ਕਰ ਸਕਦੀ they can't accept it man so ਇਸ ਚੀਜ਼ ਕਰਕੇ ਬੋਬੀ ਮਾਰਾ that's all it is ਮਿੱਤਰੋ ਆਪ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਦੇਖ ਲਓ ਆਪ ਦੇਖੋ always assess ਆਪਣਾ ਦਿਮਾਗ ਤੁਹਾਨੂੰ ਉੱਪਰ ਵਾਲੇ ਨੇ ਦਿੱਤਾ ਦਿਮਾਗ use your brain ਨਾਲੇ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਆਪ ਦੇਖੋ ਗੱਲ ਕੀ ਆ what is it Anyway, mitro, han jande, we're gonna just turn around. I'm gonna give you one more janda because you know what? Es gane ne menu chakya siga.
ਕਿੱਥੇ ਆਈ ਨਹੀਂ ਜੱਟ ਦਾ ਮੁਕਾਬਲਾ ਦੱਸ ਮੈਨੂੰ ਕਿੱਥੇ ਆਈ ਨਹੀਂ ਜੱਟ ਦਾ ਮੁਕਾਬਲਾ ਦੱਸ ਮੈਨੂੰ ਕਿੱਥੇ ਤੇਰੇ ਜੱਟ ਦਾ ਮੁਕਾਬਲਾ ਦੱਸ ਮੈਨੂੰ ਕਿੱਥੇ ਆਈ ਨਹੀਂ 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 ਜੱਟ ਦਾ ਮੁਕਾਬਲਾ ਸਰਕਾਰ ਜਿਹੜੇ ਤੇਰੇ ਪਿੱਛੇ ਆਈ ਨਹੀਂ ਜੱਟ ਦਾ ਮੁਕਾਬਲਾ ਦੱਸ ਮੈਨੂੰ ਕਿੱਥੇ ਆਈ ਨਹੀਂ ਜੱਟ ਦਾ ਮੁਕਾਬਲਾ ਦੱਸ ਮੈਨੂੰ ਕਿੱਥੇ ਆਈ ਨਹੀਂ ਜੱਟ ਦਾ ਮੁਕਾਬਲਾ ਜਿਗਰੇ ਤੇ ਖੁੱਲੀਆਂ ਜ਼ਮੀਨਾਂ ਵਾਲਿਆਂ ਤੇ ਕਰਮਾਂ ਵਾਲੇ ਸੀਨੇ ਵਾਲਿਆਂ
ਰੋਕ ਨਹੀਂ ਸਕਦੇ ਮਨ ਗੱਲਾਂ ਕਰ ਸਕਦੇ ਆ ਕਾਲੋ ਜਿੰਨੀਆਂ ਕਾਨੀਆਂ ਮਨ ਜੱਟ ਜਾਤੀ ਹੁੰਦੇ ਆ ਮਨ ਸਾਡਾ ਕੰਮ ਵੱਖਰਾ ਹੀ ਹੁੰਦਾ ਮਨ ਜੇ ਆਪਾਂ ਕਹਿ ਦਿੱਤਾ ਕਾਲਾ ਕਾਲਾ ਗੋਰੀ ਗੋਰੀ ਆ ਆਹ ਮਿੱਤਰੋ ਲੋਕਾਂ ਦਾ ਦਿਲਾਂ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਸੇਕ ਪੈਂਦੀ ਆ ਦੁੱਖ ਲੱਗਦਾ ਹੁਣ ਆਪਾਂ ਕੀ ਕਰ ਸਕਦੇ ਆ ਮਨ ਆਪਾਂ ਉਹਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਆਪਾਂ ਭਰੋਸਾ ਕਰਨਾ ਉਹਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਹਾਂ ਜੋ ਵੀ ਕੁਛ ਕਰਦਾ ਚੰਗਾ ਕਰਦਾ ਸੋ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਅੱਗ ਲਾ ਦਿਓ ਸ਼ੇਅਰ ਕਰ ਦਿਓ ਐਂਡ ਜਸਟ ਮੇਕ ਸ਼ੋਰ ਲੋਕਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਪਤਾ ਹੋਣਾ ਚਾਹੀਦਾ ਮਨ ਦ ਕੈਰੈਕਟਰਿਸਟਿਕਸ ਬੰਦੇ ਨੂੰ ਕਿਹੜੀ ਚੀਜ਼ ਬਣਾਉਂਦੀ ਆ ਨਾਲੇ ਕਿਹੜੀ ਚੀਜ਼ ਲਾਉਂਦੀ ਆ ਐਂਡ ਆਬਵੀਅਸਲੀ ਸੁਣੋ
ਦੇ ਖੜਦਾ ਇਸ ਦੂ ਮੂਸਿਆ ਜਿੱਥੇ ਆਈ ਨਹੀਂ ਜੱਟ ਦਾ ਮੁਕਾਬਲਾ ਦੱਸ ਮੈਨੂੰ ਕਿੱਥੇ ਆਈ ਨਹੀਂ ਜੱਟ ਦਾ ਮੁਕਾਬਲਾ ਦੱਸ ਮੈਨੂੰ ਕਿੱਥੇ ਤੇਰੇ ਜੱਟ ਦਾ ਮੁਕਾਬਲਾ ਦੱਸ ਮੈਨੂੰ ਕਿੱਥੇ ਆਈ ਨਹੀਂ ਜੱਟ ਦਾ ਮੁਕਾਬਲਾ ਦੱਸ ਮੈਨੂੰ ਕਿੱਥੇ ਆਈ ਨਹੀਂ ਜੱਟ ਦਾ ਮੁਕਾਬਲਾ
Did you see ਕਿੰਨੀ ਛੇਤੀ ਦੇਣੀ ਡਰ ਗਿਆ when I said ਮੈਂ ਵੀ ਸ਼ੇਅਰ ਕਰਦਾ ਤੂੰ ਸਟੋਰੀ ਮੇਰੇ ਬਾਰੇ ਲਿਖਣੀ ਆ ਮੈਂ ਤੇਰੇ ਬਾਰੇ ਵੀ ਸਟੋਰੀ ਕੱਢਦਾ
Bow down, no chance ਤੂੰ ਮੇਰੇ ਚਿਹਰੇ ਤੇ confidence ਤੇ ਹੋ ਭੁੱਕਦਾ ਏ ਜੱਟ ਲਾਊਡ ਨਹੀਂ ਅੱਗੇ ਪਿੱਛੇ ਹਾਈ ਲੈਵਲ ਕਰਾਊਡ ਨਹੀਂ
ਇਹਨੂੰ ਪਤਾ ਨਹੀਂ ਹੈਗਾ ਮਨ you know what ਇਹਨੂੰ ਇਹ ਵਿਚਾਰਾ ਬੰਦਾ ਇਹਨੂੰ ਕੀ ਪਤਾ ਆਪਾਂ ਕਿਹਦੇ ਲਈ ਖੜਦੇ ਆ what we stand for ਹੈ ਕੀ ਇਹਨੂੰ ਪਤਾ what is he come on ਤੁਸੀਂ ਆਪ ਸੋਚ ਲਓ ਕੀ ਇਹਨੂੰ ਪਤਾ ਤੈਨੂੰ ਤਾਂ ਇੰਨਾ ਵੀ ਨਹੀਂ ਪਤਾ ਹੈਗਾ ਤੂੰ ਗੋਰਾ ਤੈਨੂੰ ਤਾਂ ਇੰਨਾ ਵੀ ਨਹੀਂ ਪਤਾ ਹੈਗਾ ਤੂੰ ਗੋਰਾ ਹੈ ਜੱਟਾਂ ਦੇ ਨਾਲ ਟੱਕਰ ਲੈਂਦਾ
मैं औकात में आ गया तो आसमान खरीद लूंगा
ਹੁਣ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਵੀ ਸਟੋਰੀਆਂ ਕੱਢ ਸਕਦੇ ਆ ਆਪਾਂ ਵੀ ਬਣਾ ਸਕਦੇ ਕੱਢ ਸਕਦੇ ਆ ਕਰਕੇ ਸਾਡਾ ਲਾਈਵ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਚੱਲਦਾ ਆਪਾਂ ਸਾਰਾ ਕੁਝ ਸਾਰਿਆਂ ਨੂੰ ਦਿਖਾਈ ਜਾਂਦੇ ਆ ਲਾਈਵ ਇਨ ਲਾਈਵ edit no editing no pasting no copying no nothing live so you can turn around and ਤੁਸੀਂ ਆਪ ਦੇਖ ਸਕਦੇ ਆ ਸੋਚ ਸਕਦੇ ਆ ਸਮਝ ਸਕਦੇ ਆ and then ਕੱਲ ਨੂੰ ਫਿਰ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਲੋਕਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਦੱਸ ਸਕਦੇ ਆ ਸ਼ੇਅਰ ਕਰ ਸਕਦੇ ਆ ਨਾਲੇ ਲੋਕਾਂ ਦਾ ਮੂੰਹ ਬੰਦ ਕਰ ਸਕਦੇ ਆ ਤੁਹਾਨੂੰ ਆਪ ਨੂੰ ਪਤਾ ਹੋਣਾ ਚਾਹੀਦਾ ਮਿੱਤਰੋ ਆਪਾਂ ਕਿਹਦੇ ਲਈ ਖੜੇ ਆ ਨਾਲੇ ਕਿਹਦੇ ਲਈ ਨਹੀਂ ਖੜੇ ਹੈਗੇ ਨਾਲੇ ਜਦੋਂ ਤੁਹਾਡੇ ਬੋਈ ਬਾਰੇ ਕੋਈ ਜਾਣਾ ਮਾੜੀ ਗੱਲ ਕਹੇ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਹਾਂ ਫਟਰ ਕਰ ਦਿਆ ਕਰੋ ਕਿਹਦੋਂ ਫਟਰ ਹੋ ਜਾ ਮਨ ਗੱਲ ਕਰਨੀ ਆ ਬੋਬੀ ਦੇ ਸਾਹਮਣੇ ਜਾ ਕੇ ਕਰ ਹੈ ਪਿੱਛੇ ਕਰਦੇ ਆ ਗੱਲਾਂ ਕਿਰਪਾ ਕਰ ਦੋ ਫੇ ਸ਼ੇਅਰ ਕਰ ਦੋ ਅੱਗ ਲਾ ਦੋ Thank you very much. Love you. ਸਾਰੇ love you ਹੋ ਗਈ ਪਿਆਰ ਹੋ ਗਿਆ love you ਜਿੰਨੇ ਵੀ ਹੁਣ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਆਪ ਮੈਸੇजेस ਛੱਡਦੇ ਆ thank you love you ਚੱਕੋ ਮਨ ਚੱਕੀ ਜਾਵੋ ਇੰਨਾ ਪਿਆਰ never expected this much ਪਿਆਰ thank you man ਤੁਸੀਂ ਕਿੱਥੋਂ ਆਏ I have no idea ਕਿੱਥੇ ਤੱਕ ਜਾਣਾ I have no idea man ਕਾਤੋਂ ਆਏ I don't know but stick around ਹਾਲੇ ਸਾਡੀ ਸਟੋਰੀ ਤਾਂ ਹਾਲੇ ਸ਼ੁਰੂ ਵੀ ਨਹੀਂ ਹੋਈ ਜਿੱਥੇ ਆਪਾਂ ਲੈ ਕੇ ਜਾਣਾ ਕੰਮ ਉਹ ਹਾਲੇ ਸ਼ੁਰੂ ਨਹੀਂ ਹੋਇਆ ਮੈਂ ਤੁਹਾਨੂੰ ਸੱਚ ਦੱਸਦਾ I'm telling you the truth man ਸੋਚ ਸਾਡੀ ਹੈਗੀ ਹੋਰ ਕਿਸੇ ਲੈਵਲ ਦੇ ਉੱਤੇ ਹਾਲੇ ਸ਼ੁਰੂ ਨਹੀਂ ਹੋਇਆ ਉਹ ਪਹਿਲਾਂ ਗੋਲੀਆਂ ਮਾਰਦੇ ਆ ਕੋਸ਼ਿਸ਼ ਕਰਨ ਦੀ ਇਹਦਾ ਸਟਾਪ ਹੋ ਜਾਵੇ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਆਪ ਦੇਖ ਲਓ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਕਾਹਤੋਂ ਨਫ਼ਰਤ ਆ ਇਸ ਬੰਦੇ ਤੇ ਇਸ ਚਿਹਰੇ ਤੋਂ ਇਸ ਹਾਂ ਇੰਦਾ ਲੱਗਿਆ ਕਾਹਤੋਂ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਸਟਾਪ ਕਰਨਾ ਉਹ ਸਾਲਿਓ ਆਪਾਂ ਤਾਂ ਤੁਹਾਨੂੰ ਖਿਲਾਉਂਦੇ ਆ ਫ੍ਰੀ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਤੁਹਾਡਾ ਚਲਾਉਂਦੇ ਆ ਮੇਰਾ ਕੰਮ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਸਟਾਪ ਕਰਨਾ ਨਹੀਂ ਮਨ ਮੇਰਾ ਕੰਮ ਸਿਰਫ ਬਾਬਾ ਰੋਕੂੰਗਾ ਜੇ ਬਾਬਾ ਕਹਿੰਦਾ ਹਾਂ ਰੋਕੋ ਫਿਰ ਰੁਕ ਜਾਊਂਗਾ ਬਾਬਾ ਰੋਕੂੰਗਾ ਇਹ ਨਹੀਂ ਰੋਕ ਸਕਦੇ nobody can stop it ਸਿਰਫ ਉੱਪਰ ਵਾਲਾ ਅਕਾਲ ਪੁਰਖ ਉਹ ਰੋਕ ਸਕਦਾ ਚੱਕੋ ਠੀਕ ਆ ਸਤਿ ਸ੍ਰੀ ਅਕਾਲ to everybody ਜਿੰਨੇ ਵੀ ਹੁਣ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਦੇਖਦੇ ਆ love you ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਜੀ ਕਾ ਖਾਲਸਾ ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਜੀ ਕੀ ਫਤਿਹ